That looks pretty good. Look at that.
Got a new mount.
Uh-huh. Got a new cell phone mount, or camera mount, whatever you want to call it. We've been talking all the whole trip. We didn't. Is this going to work or not?
What? I think it is. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Warm up. Today's chest day.
Chest day. That's
And I
right.
said, what we're going to do to warm up. But I have to stretch out this shoulder.
Right. My shoulders are tight too. We like to do yoga for a warm up. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Leg day we
And
do,
dynamic.
stair mill. But yeah. Yoga's a dynamic warm up. It's a little bit of static
Yeah,
stretching,
it
but
is.
it's dynamic too because you're actually using your muscles. You're not just static stretching.
Right.
But flexibility is
Also strength.
important. It's very important. Stretch your muscles out. Over time, your muscles, if you know anything about muscles, they're like fibers, and those fibers get knotted up, which that's where deep tissue massage, foam rolling, things like that nature, they come in really handy. And yoga is really good for that too. So we try to stay loose, try to stay flexible.
Fact, because when I started, I was doing running and then yoga, and I was super flexible, and then I started resistance training, and I'm not so flexible anymore.
Right, because you build muscle.
Really tight.
Right. So we have to work on that. That allows for growth too.
Yeah.
If you know, you got to keep your muscles stretched out in order to grow and let the blood in there.
Yep.
But what else are we going to talk about today? We only got a couple minutes left. We'll be at the gym.
Well, we got stretching down. That's, oh gosh, so important before anybody does anything. Whether it's running and bicycling or whatever it is you do, you should stretch because you're bound to hurt yourself or pull something that is not ready to be.
A well-conditioned athlete doesn't quite need as much static stretching. Static stretching is when you stretch and hold when you're doing that number, you know, your
That's
traditional
what I was looking
stretching.
for.
But someone who's new, novice to exercise and fitness, and you should do some static stretching beforehand. And then you can do it also afterwards, which should help a little bit with soreness. We consider ourselves fairly conditioned athletes at this point. We don't do a lot of static stretching at first, which is why we like yoga or some kind of dynamic warm-up.
Yeah. I have to stretch my hip flexors.
Right.
Lots. It doesn't matter if we're doing upper or lower or whatever. Because you use muscles. Like we're doing chest today, and I'm still using my legs and my arms and stuff. But yeah, that'll get pulled and hurt. Then my piriformis is on fire all week, and I can't walk. I can't sit down.
Piriformis is what?
My butt. My butt cheek.
It's part of your glutes. Right.
And the glutes are your butt cheek.
Kind of runs right along the outside there. I've had an inflamed piriformis before. It's awful. It is.
It is
and
awful.
The cure for that is stretching, and it just gets inflamed. It's tight.
Yeah.
You just have to do stretches. That's another reason it's important to stay loose. Take care of your flexibility and mobility. I've preached that for a long time. I don't always practice it,
My 14-year-old does not.
but we need to. We need to practice what we preach, right?
Right.
This thing, it moved a little bit. It's all right though. It's working pretty good.
Yeah.
It's one of those magnetic mounts.
Here's 3
cheap.
minutes. 4 minutes in.
4 minutes already? Well, I'd say they're getting bored.
You got the
Anything
idea.
else we want to get out before
Not right now.
No.
You can cut, clip, cut, edit.
Cut.
Snip, snip, edit.
Not before we tell them to subscribe, like the video, share the videos. Anyway, it's time to get chest day going. See y'all later.
Later.